You see, when you're a young kid and you're watching television, you see these specials, you're at a very, very influential age. Everything you see has importance. With us today, we have an expert on holiday specials. His name is Byron Stack. He's studied holiday specials all his life. Am I right, Byron?
That's correct.
Byron knows his stuff. With us also, we have someone who is going to discuss with us Santa and his portrayal in holiday specials, Santa Claus.
Yes, that's right.
Santa Claus also happens to know quite a bit about holiday specials. He likes to watch a lot of television, as we all know. Okay, so first of all, our panel's looking a little small here, so maybe if we could have one more. Anybody want to join our panel? You, cameraman, come here, come here. Come here. Just leave your camera there. Have a seat. Brian Brown. Brian Brown's a cameraman here at KFV, and he's going to give us an idea. Brian, why don't you tell us why don't you tell us about the technical aspects of the shows? You can tell us about the shots and stuff like that. Okay, well, we'd like to jump into our first show. I call it a classic. My own personal favorite, How the Grinch Stole Christmas. How did the Grinch steal Christmas? We're about to find out. Let's go ahead and roll that one.
I think what's going on in Charlie Brown's mind and what makes him tick is the drive for a Hershey Snickers bar. I mean, without that, I mean, the all essence, Charlie Brown's a washed-up no one. Can he direct? I don't think it's even physically capable because the guy can't even play the outfield. He can't kick a football. He can't do anything. No, he can't direct.
Go ahead, Santa. How do you feel about Charlie?
Coals in the stocking. That's all I have to say. I don't know. Nothing for Christmas.
Loser. Loser.
Sorry.
Charlie's a loser. Expert. How was that filmed? Expert on, on cameras.
You're all wrong. Charlie Brown is the nicest director that I've seen in a long time. If my director was half that nice, I would be having a very Merry Christmas. But instead, I'm at home every night worrying about what the director's going to think of my work the next day. What am I supposed to do? Huh?
We know it's tough.
It's okay,
we know it's
young
tough,
man.
cameraman. We know it's tough. It's okay. It's okay. Oh, hey, guys, the pizza's here. Looks like... Yeah, Pizza Man.
Great.
Pizza Man, why don't you have a seat here? Looks like we got the thick crust. Nice. We'll set this down for later. Pizza Man. On a scale of, say, small to extra large supreme, what would you rate Charlie Brown Christmas special?
XX small.
You didn't like it?
Hated it. Did not like it, Doug.
Great. Well, our next show will definitely be The Grinch Who Stole Christmas. My personal favorite. A few things I'd like you to watch for with The Grinch Who Stole Christmas, who I kind of find a Christmas character that you remember because really it's timely too. The film was made in 1966, but The Grinch, I personally have a feeling that The Grinch is alternative. The Grinch really is an alternative individual, leads an alternative lifestyle, the kind of guy who goes out and moshes on Christmas Eve, you know what I mean? Let's take a look at Grinch Who Stole Christmas. I want you to watch for these alternative things. Something I'm really personally having trouble with here is his heart is 2 sizes too small. Expert, with a heart that is 2 sizes too small, can that heart pump enough blood through the Grinch to sustain life and also under such terrible climate?
Stop. It's all fiction. I can't say it enough. You need a normal-sized heart to pump the daily allowance of blood throughout all the major arteries and aortas. Without that, poor circulation, loss of limbs, such as feet, arms.
Pizza Man, how would you rate Grinch as a character on the pizza scale?
He's pretty crusty.
Crusty.
Very crusty.
Definitely.
A little too much cheese, I tell you. Whew. And anchovies. Definitely could take those off. But crusty, yeah, crusty, definitely.
Santa, the Grinch takes your job for an evening.
I can't say this enough. After a child watches this film, they think that I can build Dr. Seuss's dreams. You see the vehicles that Dr. Seuss, this is something that he makes, not me. I don't have the machinery or the tools for that kind of toy. I'm sorry, kids. You're gonna have to stick with Legos, Tonka trucks. maybe in a couple years I might be able to get some more technology.
With technology, yes.
Right,
You know,
exactly.
and I agree, Santa, and I don't really know who this Dr. Seuss guy is. But I don't appreciate these fables he puts into kids' heads. I mean, I saw some kind of vehicle this Whoville character was driving that appeared to be some kind of horn car. And to this day, I have not seen a horn car driving on the road, and I have not seen the technology to design a horn car.
Yes.
Also, I'd like to talk more about the Grinch's heart. Yes, it was supposedly 2 sizes too small, but then what we didn't show was later in the program, his heart grows 3 sizes in one day. And now you just do a little math, and you're soon finding out that his heart is now 1 size too large. And you know, this upsets me because, back to the expert, are we going to have more health problems with the Grinch now that his heart is a size too large?
Yes, I think with the massive blood flow now forming through with the 1 size too big heart, that it will cause a rupture of the major veins and arteries, which internal bleeding, hemorrhaging. 911, help.
Yes, absolutely. Okay, next clip is a real special one, and one that I think a lot of kids enjoy. Rudolph, the red-nosed reindeer. Let's go ahead and take that one. Santa, how do you feel about the way Santa is portrayed? Now, I don't know who the actor was in that clip, but go ahead and tell us.
He was okay. I mean, it wasn't me. I am the real Santa, of course, but I can't say too much about Rudolph. Boy, he's a character, all right. Those headlights, oh man, well, it's just one bright headlight, it guides me through the winter storms in the north. I don't mean to be rude, but I feel sorry for him. That's why I have Rudolph.
Really?
Red-nosed reindeer.
So you're telling me that it's more of it's a pity thing, and it's not really that Rudolph is a key member of the team, kind of more of a mascot than anything else.
Yeah, a mascot. I have to let this out. I can't just hold it all in. It's just a headlight on my Cadillac, if you will.
Okay, expert. If I understand correctly, you are currently doing a study on Rudolph's red nose, and you have come to a conclusion that there is no possibility that Rudolph's nose could cut through.
That is correct.
Tell us about this.
The reindeer's nose is not even capable of creating light. It does turn a little cold during the winter season. I mean, it gets a little nippy up in the Arctic, I presume. I currently have at my ranch in San Diego, I have about approximately 152 live reindeer, and I'm studying them constantly.
Wait, I'd like to object to that. Okay, he is he lights the sky very well. I mean, even in a very snowy condition, he cuts through the snow. He's a really great investment, and I mean, I give him the treats that he deserves.
Okay.
He's a great guy.
You're saying Rudolph exists. You're saying Rudolph doesn't exist.
Oh,
let me throw this out at you.
He exists. I mean,
say Rudolph exists for a moment. Say Rudolph exists.
Okay.
In this fantasy world where reindeers' noses can illuminate, is it a fact that Rudolph's nose could, in fact, be radiating, sending out radiation into the sky on Christmas Eve, and causing the hole in the ozone by the North Pole? Is that possible?
I think that would have to be a minute possibility. The nose, in fact, illuminates, from what I'm told from myths and other legends, that it does put off quite a bit of light, and that the reindeer's body just doesn't create enough energy to do that unless nuclear power.
So what you're saying is this reindeer is going to feel muscle fatigue, is going to feel dizziness and nausea due to the energy loss out the nose. Santa, respond.
well, steroids play a good part in this role. He does have a lot of energy, and we only use that on Christmas Eve and, you know, a couple of days ahead of time, just to get him all pumped up, you know, and ready. You know, he's my hood ornament. He's my pal.
Okay, Santa, how much energy does it take for a reindeer's hoof to create enough energy for lift?
I'm not
Throw
a
that at me.
scientist,
Throw that at
sir.
me. I have studied their skeletal structure and their muscle development in the reindeers from the ages of when they're born, infants, to the adults in the upper teens when they pass on to natural causes. And there is no way possible that they can create enough drive, if you will, to...
Tinkerbell plays a part in this too. Her and her pixie dust, you know.
You're living in a fantasy.
borrowed no, $10 a bottle. It's a little bottle, but it works every winter. One bottle lasts.
Hypothetically.
Okay, moving on from Rudolph, fellas. I would like to discuss a little bit more Santa with Santa's portrayal in the film. And I have a few questions for Santa as well. Now, Santa, as we all noticed in the end, we're experiencing a real close call between Rudolph and some kind of abominable snowman. Now, my question for you is, Santa, does the abominable snowman exist? And if he does, is this a smart location for you to be having Santa's workshop? Did you take that in consideration? And when you moved there, did you know the abominable snowman was at large?
Well, when I first took headquarters in the North Pole with Mrs. Claus, we had no idea that there was such a creature up there. We thought we were all alone, and my little helpers, they're pretty frightened, and they're willing to file lawsuits against me, and so I need to find a way to capture this creature or put him in a place that's more suitable for him. I don't hate him, I just need him to step away from my Santa's helpers.
Yes,
Okay.
Settle down, maybe.
Right, exactly.
Okay,
He's a little hyper.
Let me ask you another question, Santa. I'm watching this Rudolph film, and I'm seeing Santa portrayed as kind of a jerk. He sees this reindeer. It's got a nose that illuminates, and Santa automatically dislikes him. Is Santa a bigot?
Well, that's not fair to say that, because he's not the real Santa. He's just an actor. And I, myself, am the real Santa. I do make fun of him occasionally, of the Rudolph, the red-nosed reindeer. But he's a great asset. I wouldn't call myself a jerk. I'd call the actor a jerk.
Okay. Expert, respond.
I'm not responding. I just have one question for Santa. I've noticed that in the portrayal of this film, you have an abnormally sized head compared to your body. I mean, your head is massive and huge. Does that mean you have a big ego?
Wait a minute now.
Yeah.
You're talking about the character in the
I'm talking
film.
of your portrayal.
My portrayal of having a big ego?
Your head is big.
Currently, right now?
Head is big.
Right here, I have a big head.
Okay.
Holes in the stocking.
Disgusted.
Santa, I'm not trying to pick on you or anything, Santa, but I just feel like I'm a little honored to have Santa on my show. Santa's here. There's a few questions I've always had for Santa. Now that we're on the subject of Santa and Santa's portrayal, there's a few questions I need to clear it up. Like, say there's a little kid, and little kid now, and he wants a Jurassic Park dinosaur. He wants the big Tyrannosaur, the big T-Rex dinosaur. And this is made by Kenner, or Hasbro, or Mattel, or any company. But this particular one is made by Kenner. Now, how do you go about duplicating this dinosaur, this T-Rex, its packaging?
Copyright laws.
And if you do you run into patent laws that cause problems?
Well, like Mr. Stack just said, copyright laws and things do get in the way, and companies have sent me letters saying, this is too close to our product. This is almost exactly the same as our product as we have it on the shelves in Kmart, Fred Meyer's. But I have had a few connections with some places like Mattel. They were kind of in a business together, so they manufacture the projects and I distribute them.
Okay, so what you're saying is, rather than going straight into the actual duplication of the manufacturing of the goods, going out and trying to steal the plans for the Tyrannosaur made by Kenner, you have a system where maybe with Hasbro or Mattel, as you pointed out, perhaps they get a cut?
Well, not necessarily. Well, they do get benefits, dental benefits. because, you know, I've got other connections that way. But since we give these toys to the children, they don't have to pay for them. Then there is no real profit.
Mm-hmm. Okay, so it's kind of a charity thing that I'm proud to know that Mattel and Hasbro and Kenner take a part in something like this. It really makes me feel a lot better about the whole situation there.
Excuse me, when are we gonna divide the pizza? Are we gonna do that after the show?
Yeah.
Okay.
Now, going back to Rudolph, Pizza Man, Cameraman, hello, wake up, wake up.
Where are we at?
We're discussing Rudolph. Now, as I noticed, cameraman, you were awake during the showing of Rudolph. How do you feel about Rudolph from a technical standpoint?
Can we turn some of these off here?
No, I'm sorry. I'm sorry. That's just not feasible.
What's your question?
How do you feel about Rudolph from a technical standpoint?
Technical standpoint, I thought the cinematography of the whole Rudolph show was put together extremely well. I like how he is technically brought to appear live, and I like how they illuminate his nose. So it's pretty.
Okay, great. Pizza Man, scale of 1 to 10. Quick, Rudolph.
10.
Okay. Now, next clip is a good one, and actually, I'm lying. I've never seen the next clip, but I'd like to take a look at it. I believe it's called "The Bear That Slept Through Christmas." Let's take a look at that clip now.
Well, first I'd like to touch base a little bit on this Christmas Vacation. I personally love the special effects. The sled taking off as a bolt of flames, that was beautiful, and the director did a wonderful job on making that come to real life. As far as the whole show as a whole, except for feeling a little sleepy, a little fatigued, I thought it was a great show, and thank you for having me on.
Pizza Boy.
I'd say that sled had a lot of pizza grease on there, man. Woo! Must have been this cool's pizza, actually.
Yes, probably.
Good stuff.
Expert, closing remarks.
I'd have to say that I'll be signing my new book, I Know Everything, and You Don't, at all major bookstores in the Northwest region. On December 7th, I'll be in Portland, and 8th, I'll be in Salem. So if you want to know any more, just come see me there.
Santa, respond.
Just want to say, I'm coming to every house this holiday, and I'll see you then, Christmas Eve.
Fantastic.
Get those cookies out, too.
Oh, yes. In fact, I saw Bill Cosby on television the other day with a commercial saying that he wanted everyone to have Jell-O jigglers out rather than cookies. How do you feel about that?
Would
Do you
be
enjoy
nice.
jigglers?
Yes.
I can
Jell-O
imagine
jigglers.
Santa.
There's always room for Jell-O.
Yeah, I can imagine Santa really being jolly and maybe even a little bit nauseous after that. But thanks to Bill Cosby, you know, after this we'll have to see. Okay, Thanks everyone for watching. Make sure and go to the Pep Assembly tonight, and thanks for tuning in. We'll see you.
These are nice, though.
Thank you.
Any more of that pizza now?
Yeah, let's rip into that pizza, boys.
I really find that great. I'm gonna be there on the 8th.
It's nice.
And you
Good job.
You're a fool, man.
Yeah, what you Pizza Man? Pizza Man? Sorry about the tip, man. I haven't got anything on me.
Really?
No.
Tell you what, man, it's
Santa.
on me.
Oh, thanks, man.
Yeah,
we're done.
Yeah.